Hi there, Janners. Welcome back to Janners on Tour. This is the 2023-24 annual season review, and I'm happy to be with the boys themselves. Got Rich.
Good morning, everyone.
And Sean Beats-Falek. So, guys, good to see you both. Obviously, we'll get straight into it. Absolutely, obviously, all buzzing from the weekend. Really glad that I couldn't be there, obviously, at Stag Do. However, was so happy to see the result. And when we did this season, when I said we were going to do this season review, we did say there was one thing we wanted when we did it, and that was to be
getting it in the championship.
Still in the championship, and we absolutely are. So, very quickly, Sean, Saturday, your feelings?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, totally.
And actually, to win the game was obviously the biggest thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fans running.
Yeah, that was it.
No one stopping them.
And I think that was because, obviously, when it comes to the last day, it's just that relief. And obviously, we went through a lot this season, which we'll obviously get into. So, yeah, we'll get straight into it then. This will be our final video of the season, just to end us off. And, yeah, so we'll go through it.
And then we do a more short video whenever the new manager come out
Over the
and
summer, yeah.
signing and
We'll talk about that at the end. So, yeah. So, go all the way back to August, feels like a long time ago now. So go all the way back to August, back when we had Steven Schumacher. We obviously started off with a 3-1 win against Huddersfield, which was, when we looked at that fixture at the beginning of the season, it was always a game that we felt we needed to win.
It was very winnable for the rest of the season, yeah.
Obviously won that on 3-1. So that was a good start, wasn't it? Yeah, we're happy with that.
Saw one of the best draws of the season by Ballymumble, jumping through it, but amazing too.
Fortunately, he didn't quite live up to that afterwards, did he? But
no.
Yeah, great start to the season. We're just going to stick to the league more than anything. Obviously, Carabao Cup through against Leyton Orient. Very, very good draw. This was, you were away at this one at Watford, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a brilliant all-one performance.
Yeah, 0-0 draw.
Well, I'm not telling what happened to the team that day. We done really well to get a point out of it.
Yeah, that's it. And that sort of was the first time that we saw a bit of steel and a bit of fight, which we had to show a lot this season. So
bitter. Very
good. Then we lost 2-1 at home to Southampton, which again was a result that we played really well in, and it was just that bit of naivety. This happened a few times in the earliest part of the season where we lost the goal at the end.
Yeah.
So again,
by off mistake as well, really.
That was it. And then we went into Birmingham City, and then that ended up being, quite a big gog in terms of the season. They beat us 2-1 with Jay Stansfield.
Another 98 fourth minute winner.
Yeah, 2 games in a row where really we should have got something and we lost. So, then obviously we lost to Palace 4-2 in the League Cup, which was, played quite well in the first half, if I remember rightly. So after that first month, I think we were all sort of quite optimistic. Really, we played well. There was no game that we got hammered in. We competed in all games, didn't we?
That's the thing. We competed at this level in the first 2 months of the season. I thought we competed so well.
We did, and then straight into September, we started the month with a 3-0 win against Blackburn. Again, another really good performance, and going into an international break there, it was a great start, really.
They were looking to Blackburn, Blackburn a fantastic footballing team, and then turned down in a so much better football-wise, but we managed to get the job done in the end.
Yeah, we did, yeah. And then we came back from the break, and then it was not so good, so we lost to Preston 2-1 away. Then probably one of the most disappointing results of the season, 4-1 at Bristol City.
Yeah.
So you sort of, at that point, we're starting to see a few cracks. Then we lost at home to Millwall at the start of October, 2-0, and then Swansea City 3-1. Wasn't too good. We stopped the rot then, didn't we, when we went to West Brom and drew 0-0.
And that was John Arthur was absolutely brilliant doing that team with them, yeah.
Yeah, so at this point in the season, obviously, Hazard was in goal, wasn't he?
With Michael Chupa out in that at the time, yeah.
Yeah, and then we went into November, so we had a 3-3 draw with Middlesbrough, so a very up and down game.
With one of the best draws of Finisar too at Unport early in the season when he just the way he did it in the top tournament, I thought, wow, what a joy.
So at this point in the season, we were sort of scoring a lot of goals, but we were also letting in a lot of goals too. Yeah. So that was sort of the way undershoe we were. It was very exciting to watch, wasn't it? But obviously we were conceding a lot of goals too. So then obviously we lost 2-1 at Leeds. So again, played quite well. Then a really good result against Sunderland, 2-0 at home.
Yeah, and another more than a Finisar doing that too.
Yeah, our obviously home form was actually at this point pretty good.
Yeah.
Then one of probably the most controversial games this season, I think you watched this with Sean on TV, didn't you? Was that Coventry City game where the ball was out. I mean, imagine if that had ended up putting us down on points. That would have been pretty harsh, wouldn't it? So yeah, that wasn't a great result either. Then this is where things start to get a little bit interesting in December. So that last minute winner from Randall, 2-1 against Stoke. Probably your moment of the season.
His 100th appearance.
Yeah, first proper goal at home park.
Was it the 96-minute winner on memory?
Yeah, it was very late on, so that was a huge win again, and that was sort of the theme at the moment. We were getting results at home, grinding results out. Then we went to Leicester City, 4-0. You were there, Rich.
Yeah, another day appearing at Leicester City Stadium.
Yeah.
Amazing fan, the stadium was dark, but you saw the solid team on Leicester City that day. It was a solid team.
Yeah, and that's why they've gone up as champions at the end
that
of the day.
That one is on it, yeah.
Yeah, then 0-0 at QPR, we had the red card.
With Denman for about 80 minutes or 60 minutes.
Did very well there, and then this is where it all changes. So Rotherham we beat 3-2. Not the best performance.
No, but one of my best moments with my celebration when Morden went to the doors.
Right at the end.
Yeah.
The game finished, we thought, right, we're going good into Christmas, and then the bombshell dropped. Probably the defining moment of the season. Steven Schumacher announces he's leaving for Stoke City, and then everyone is like, oh God. Obviously feelings of a bit of distaste there because he was sort of saying he was going to be staying.
Yeah.
Very much reminiscent of Ian Holloway back in the day. Yeah, it was pretty gutting really, wasn't it, Rich?
It was a massive loss for Arnold.
It left
but
us
we
in the
knew it was
lurch.
going to happen one season. We knew Dewey was going to do it. But
Yeah.
what we didn't understand is why now?
Not so
Why
soon.
in December?
That's it.
Unless there was some financial issue with the ball because a winner who wanted to buy from the South for about £2 million, but we didn't award it apparently.
Yeah, some say the board weren't allowing him to do what he wanted, but yeah, who knows? We'll never know, I guess.
We never know unless Dewey write a book about it.
How did you feel at the time, Sean?
Gutted.
Yeah, not the best Christmas present, was it?
Nah.
No. So then obviously Neil Juslip sort of took the helm with Nance. Got off to a good start, to be fair, and this probably for me is one of the defining moments of the season as well. 3-3 draw at Birmingham. We were 3-1 down to Birmingham at home. Brought it back to 3-3.
Massive.
Adam Stansfield with the infamous once a red, always a red shirt. Came back to bite
Right
him
in
the thumb.
front, lots of downfall.
Yeah, we're laughing at him now, so I doubt you're watching this, but haha. So he's obviously gone down now, spoiler. But that in hindsight, that was a huge result. If they'd beaten us there, they officially stayed up.
No matter did it, we probably would have popped down, yeah.
Then 2-2 draw at Cardiff, Boxing Day. Yeah, you were there, Sean? Yeah, a bit of a howler for their goal.
Yeah.
So what you thought of the stadium while you were there?
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Cardiff Stadium was nice.
One to potentially try and visit next season for us, maybe, Rich.
Yeah, definitely.
And then January, well, so we started off the month with a 3-3 draw against Watford at home.
Not the last match on the new Juicer and
Juice
Devon
Slip. Lots of draws, but lots of goals, so we were still trying to stay true to the way under Schumacher, attacking football. Then we appointed Ian Foster, so we all were a bit like, okay, interesting, don't really know who he is.
No.
The club came out with sort of, he worked with England, young setup, he's got contacts, so we were a bit like, okay, sounds promising. Came in, we beat Sutton United 3-1 in the FA Cup. Sort of his first match. He'd only just turned up. Wasn't a very good performance though. Then we went to Huddersfield Town, drew 1-1. Probably a result you would take.
It was moderate performance, but we just done enough to get a point.
Yeah. And then we beat Cardiff City 3-1. So actually at home, and actually you're probably thinking, yeah, this is okay. Like we're not really changing we were a little bit less attacking. We were a bit more tight at the back, which we were quite happy about. That Cardiff game under Shuey could have easily been a 3-3 game.
2.
So we were quite optimistic, maybe.
And
yeah.
And when we backed on a 3-1, I thought, alright, now we see what Foster trying to do. I thought maybe there's something there.
And then the week after that, a 1-1 draw away at Leeds in the FA Cup. Again, a good result.
And we drew a lovely draw by Adam Randell that day. The move was brilliant. The way we went from one bit all the way down to and what a move.
And then 3rd of February, finally the long wait for our first away win. Swansea City 1-0, Morgan Whittaker. You're thinking, well, he's got us our first away win more than Shuey did. So a lot of people at that point were probably behind him.
Yeah.
They're thinking, this is good.
But since the moment in my eye was the downfall in my eye.
And then Leeds United, we lost 4-1. On paper, on looking at that game, we were in it for, it went to extra time.
Yeah.
We did fall apart. But then after this, you're right. So Stadium of Light, Sunderland, 3-1 loss.
We were 1-0 at well against Sunderland at the time.
Yeah, that was right. Then we go into March. 2-0 away at home to Ipswich. Very lacklustre. Very lacklustre performance. Then 1-0 away at Sheffield Wednesday. Again, very lacklustre. Blackburn Rovers, they were there for the taking. We couldn't get a win there.
We waited so many times in that day.
And then 1-0 at home to Preston. Very, very poor. No single shot on target all game.
And the fan talk turning on Foster doing that game.
Yeah, that's it.
I think there was
Did we miss the West Brom game? That was before that, wasn't it?
You missed the fan talk.
And Middlesbrough.
Yes, so I think we've skipped a couple there. So obviously 3-0 loss in between that at home to West Brom.
West Brom,
Probably the worst performance of the season at home in my eyes. Last minute equaliser for Coventry, 2-2 at home.
Yeah.
And then Middlesbrough away.
We won 2-0.
That was arguably a good performance. So at home especially, from being such a strong team at home to not being able to score a goal,
You just tell the fear factor of doing my own ball. Even the bear daddy bear on ball, I always back to.
That's correct. And then the final straw there, 1-0 loss at home to Bristol City.
And 2-1 lost to Norwich City as well.
And 2-0, to Norwich City away. That was sort of the end of the story then, and Foster was sacked obviously then on Easter weekend. And obviously since then all the stories come out about how he alienated the players from the fans. You'd like to get your autographs stuff, Sean. You weren't very happy about that.
No, I wasn't.
He would sit at the table and not let the players leave until he'd left. He basically treated them like a
school teacher.
Yeah, like a school teacher, or he was treating them like the younger players in the England setup. So and obviously it rubbed the players up the wrong way. We had such a good team spirit before that, and I just think the board realised that actually, especially that Preston game as well, the fans turning on him, that has to be it. The atmosphere was just so different, wasn't it?
It was that toxic bit. What we are not seeing at home boxing, there are adding dots.
No, we weren't going to home park looking forward to it at that stage, were we? It was a very much like...
Very the best in I felt to the best at that point.
So the club came out and said, look, he's gone, but we've only got a few games left. We're not going to hire anyone new. Do you slip back in with Nance?
We'll sit max it off the season.
Just get over the line. So... Started off fantastically, didn't we? 1-0 win away at Rotherham, relegated them.
At the same time,
Yeah, Barley Mumba instantly was put on his preferred side, scored the winning goal.
£2 million moving forward, more than to Barley, Barley to what?
And you could see that already with Foster gone, the quality of football wasn't necessarily that much better, but it was the squad were together.
Yeah.
So that was brilliant. Then obviously the game against QPR, huge game at the time. QPR right down the bottom with us. They went 1-0 up, but luckily we got that equaliser.
Another good point of that.
Well, yeah, it is in the end. Yeah. At that point we would be down.
And that day, QPR I thought were fantastic attendance that day.
Yeah. So you're thinking, actually, look, we didn't sign someone like Warnock, but actually at the moment we're getting the results.
We got some more back in April.
So we're staying in April.
Yeah.
We are after the Queen's Park Rangers game. Huge results. So Leicester City, no one gave us a prayer in that game. Obviously they've gone up as champions. 1-0 win live on Sky. Mufasa Bundu. What an absolute amazing result.
The best atmosphere of the whole season that was.
Yeah.
The whole fan was behind them. You see it at full time as a band and we're all up for it and they were so buzzing.
For me, biggest result is obviously no Hull kept us up, but without that Leicester City game, we would be down, wouldn't we? And a team that are champions and, you know, have won so many games, have looked really good actually after that loss. Yeah. That was just a gritty performance that we just,
and our first
hard in.
And our first winner were top 6 team all season.
And it came at the right time.
Yeah.
So people were thinking at that point we're safe. But then unfortunately we went back to went to Stoke, obviously ex-manager. He taught us a lesson there, didn't he? 3-0 loss.
And that day, you could tell by the performance, why do we know all the inside and outside on that day, do we went for our weakness and we got a positive for it.
Yeah, had us sussed out there, Sean, didn't he? Going into Millwall then, who again were near our space, space of the table. We had to sort of win that one really, and we thought we would be safe.
But I went to Millwall and they went for a point that day.
They were going for a point.
Yeah, we almost had it, and then unfortunately at the end of the game, Millwall scored 1-0.
Plaggy got done.
Which then put us into the final game, obviously, which played a couple of days ago, which we knew that a win would keep us up. Anything less might send us down, and obviously going into that game, we knew that Birmingham City were the team below us. We hadn't been in the bottom 3 all season. I think to drop into it last day would have been horrific. But the boys did it. Such a steely result. Joe Edwards, probably performance of the season in an Argyle shirt.
His best performance of the season. Yeah,
brilliant header, and just worked his socks off all game for a 1-0 win, which has proved to be vital because obviously Blackburn won at Leicester and Birmingham beat Norwich, so even a draw would have sent us down.
Yeah.
I think that last 10 minutes, the whole of Plymouth were, I was in Bristol, obviously, just refreshing, like a nervous wreck, so what it would have been like to be there. That relief at the end of the season, to stay up after all of the ups and downs. At Christmas under Shuey, what were we, about 16th?
We were about 16th.
You were thinking, this is a decent season, we're probably going to be okay. For what happened afterwards, for all the uproar, I think staying up on the last day of the season is a huge achievement.
Yeah, we only made 24 points in the last 24 games of the season.
Which isn't good enough, but considering we lost our manager, who was arguably probably one of Argyle's better managers in the history, you know, you've got to take that, haven't you?
We have to just take that and then move
Move
got to do now at the season and then improve what we've done, sort the material out what we've done, try and improve what we've got, and bring in the manager that we're championship experience I'm worried about. We need experience manager.
So looking ahead then, that is the big thing now. So the summer now, the appointment of the new manager, recruitment of new players. Obviously some will go. If we can recoup some money from some players, rumours of Morgan Whittaker. Hopefully next season, I would still take staying up, but hopefully a slight improvement would be staying up with a couple of weeks left and not taking it to the last day.
Yeah.
It's going to be an even tougher league next season with the likes of Burnley, Sheffield United, probably Luton. Even the three top teams coming up, I still think are going to do well because they've all got more money than us. Portsmouth, Bolton and probably Derby. Bolton aren't the ones to come up yet. Derby and Portsmouth. Bolton looking likely. It's going to be tough. We probably still will be favourites to go down. I don't care about that. That's fine. We can prove people wrong again.
That happened a lot with Ireland. People underestimate us.
That's it. So guys, before we finish the video, just a couple of questions, a couple of key things, and then we will leave the video. So, first of all then, Rich, what was your... who was your player of the season?
For the first majority of the season with Morgan Whittaker, I thought he was a different type player.
His goals were so crucial.
Yeah, but then the last 6 matches at Jan Joel, what a different having him back in the team.
Had a point to prove, didn't he? After Foster dropping him. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. I think Morgan Whittaker could have kept his form the whole season.
Yeah.
I'd say for the first half of the season, I would agree with you. But I'm going to go for probably Gibson, actually, because I think at the back he was such a rock, wasn't he? Like, he didn't really put too many missteps wrong, did he, really?
No, not many.
No.
No.
And actually, I've got to give a big, huge shout out to Joe Edwards. I think over the season he was consistent and he, especially that last game, he ended up obviously saving us. And for his age, he gave everything to the club.
And I'll be honest, I want them.
I didn't think he would. I thought he would struggle with the league, but to fair play to him, he's like he said today. He's not the best player, but he's got the energy.
Yeah. And acting well.
Yeah.
You Sean?
Well, you Sean, who was your player of the season?
Whittaker.
Yeah. Mainly for his quality and his goals.
Quality, but
a bit disappointing about.
Just went off the boil.
Yeah. Head maybe turned. I don't know. Do we? What about your disappointment of the season, Rich?
Losing too much at the one time.
Okay. That was a disappointment.
And the worst performance of the season was West Brom at home. I felt absolutely sick after that second half performance. I would look at it and I think, where am I just? Where is the passion?
No passion was there.
We were completely defeated.
It was the opposite of what we were under Shuey.
Yeah, massively defeated.
In terms of player performance, was there a player which player disappointed you the most in terms of performance?
I think the £1 million fight down Pally Mumba got to him.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a big step up for him in the league and he didn't quite make it.
No.
But he showed glimpses of it.
He showed glimpses, and in the last 6 matches you got to see Pally looking more and more better. And on Saturday, he was a fantastic Saturday.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I'd go for number 2, mainly because of how good he was in League One, and hopefully now that he's had a season in the Championship, he can step up and that £1 million will shine through.
I reckon we will see back to Ballymumba next season.
Yeah, that's it. So not being harsh on him, but I think he definitely, hopefully, will learn a lot from the season and can go push on. Obviously, we had a couple of other Duff signings like. We were talking earlier. Lewis Warrington didn't really do anything, etc. But yeah. What about you, Sean? Who's your disappointment?
My disappointment?
Yeah, player that didn't quite step up this season.
Mumba.
Again, Mumba probably. Yeah, and I'd say he's just got to get used to the league, isn't he? Whereas Whittaker sort of was already.
He's been 6 months in it before we join us.
So, final thing then. What was your moment of the season then, Rich?
That Leicester game.
Yeah.
Seeing the old woman drop together, that was an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
And you could tell when that bit here, the battles, the bear, and that was an amazing feeling.
That's it. What about you, Sean?
Leicester.
Yeah?
Yes.
Leicester City, so getting that win against Leicester you thought was the key? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I wasn't there the other day, but obviously that whole goal was huge. I do think that for me one of the most significant games was that Birmingham City game at home.
The feel,
especially when Stansfield came up to the crowd. I think that really pushed us forwards, and getting that draw has turned out to be a vital point and stopped them getting 2 points that ultimately would have saved them. So, yeah, well.
I got a death and have you both.
Yeah.
How many penalties did Arlo ask this season?
How many penalties?
Yeah.
Can't remember many.
None.
One.
Wow.
One penalty all season.
Against?
When United at home.
Yeah.
Now, the only penalty,
Wow.
the referees this season have been not very good at all.
There's been some decisions that really been gone against us. Like, I remember the barge against, was it, I can't remember who it was.
Mustafa Bunda attempt it away.
Yeah, and the one at home against Millwall, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, the goal, the Coventry, going at the line. There was lots of decisions. But end of the day, we've done enough to stay up. We can finally breathe. We can enjoy the summer.
Can I tell a message to Justin Ditley?
Yeah, sure.
Justin, I want to thank you very much for the 2 away matches you gave me this season, and it's been a pleasure. Hopefully we do it more next season. Since I'm at all 3.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll definitely get to a couple. Yeah, and just in general, going on from that, thank you to everyone that supported us, all the new people that we've met. Obviously, thank you to Dee for doing our intros and stuff. We're looking forward to working with you over the summer for some more stuff.
Yeah.
See Andy as well, who won our competition right at the start of the season. It was good to get to know you this season, and everyone that's followed us home, that live in Plymouth and live far away. We do this because it's just a little hobby for us, but at least, and we're happy that people have enjoyed it, and also finally hitting 1,000 this season subs. Now on 1,135. We'll keep growing, hopefully, and we've just enjoyed it, haven't we, Rich?
Definitely.
It's been good to be back in the Championship, and we're just relieved that we're going to be there next season.
Yeah.
So, any last words, Rich, before we go?
Do you know what I mean? Enjoy your summer, and let's see what we do for the next 2 months. See what all the business get
It'll
on.
be a busy summer, Rich.
And
we've got the Euros too, so we might do a couple of videos around that too. Sure, what about you?
Just stay tuned.
Yeah, and just happy to be in the Championship still. Yeah, we'll do it.
A few big matches.
We'll be back for a fixture video too when the fixtures are out.
I think I'm at 23rd of June, I believe.
About that usually.
Like that,
And then we'll be back for pre-season. We're going to hopefully do a couple of pre-season trips. We are going to predict that Truro may well open their new stadium against us. So if they do, we'll be there.
Not what we predicted, that also.
And then obviously August 10th, if we're at home, we will be back. If it's an away game that suits us, then maybe we'll be there too.
Thank
you guys for tuning in to Channels on Tour. This was our season review. Hope you've enjoyed it. Come on the Greens.
Come on,
Green Army.
See you next season.
See you next season.
Come on the Greens.